Aries, hello. This is Betty, if you've not seen her before. I don't know if she's made her way into an Aries reading before. Hopefully she won't show you her bum hole. We can only hope. She has no shame. How you doing? I'm going to pull you some cards. I'm going to do your Celtic cross. I don't know what I'm pulling on, what area of life I'm pulling on. What comes through is what comes through. It's a collective reading. So please take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Don't force anything to fit, please. Use your discernment, use your intuition. Do not make decisions based on the words or the cards of some random woman on YouTube, please. The idea is to help you prompt your own thoughts, prompt your own solutions, yeah? Not to dictate anything to you. Alright, let's see what's... You're going to come down here? Come on, come settle down. There we go, there we go. You can help me from down there. Help me from down there. Come on. Come on. No? Let's get you some cards. Let's see what's at the centre of the matter. Thank you. The Knight of Wands. Interesting. Impulsive. I'm feeling like you're feeling a bit impulsive. There's a matter that you really want to communicate on and you keep getting impulses to communicate on it, but let's see what's in the challenge position, because I'm not sure you're actually doing it. What's in the challenge position, please? What's in the challenge position for Aries, please? What's blocking it? Thank you. The King of Cups. Uh-huh. Interesting. Come on, settle down. Settle down. Yeah. It's like you just can't sit in that flow. You just don't have that feeling of flow that enables you to put this communication out there in the way that you'd like, i.e. a balanced, considered way. That's what the King of Cups is. He's very balanced and considered. Excuse me, sorry, I'm really hot. He sits in his emotionality in a very mature way, but he balances it with the other aspects, the other suits, with the wands, you know, the passion, with the rational thought, the swords, and with the pentacles, a sort of grounding energy. Kind of brings it all to the table. But here in your challenge position, it's like that flow of emotionality is not quite happening. And to be honest, I think that's what's giving way to this Knight of Wands energy, whereby you do just want to communicate without the communication being done in that considered way. Yeah. Can you just come down here now, darling? No? Let's get you some more cards. So I'm going to just go around each position and kind of do a surface read, and then we'll get underneath each card and go a bit deeper. All right, that's the way I've been doing my readings lately. I hope that works for you. So what is above, please? What is above for Aries? Thank you. Two of Wands reversed. See, you're not taking that action. I told you you weren't. I told you you weren't. But you just have these urges. You know, the way the Knight of Wands energy is, I do feel like at any given moment in time, when you get this impulsive urge, and it might not necessarily be towards communication, it might be some other action, some other creative kind of life, I don't want to say life force, and I don't know why. Anyway, maybe that makes sense to some of you. This sort of movement forward. Gosh, Betty is really doing my head in. It feels to me like this energy that you're in, these impulses you keep getting, like, yeah, as I was saying, I'm repeating myself now because the cat's distracting me. It feels like you could give in to this at any time, and the Two of Wands here backs that up, because the Two of Wands in its upright position would be the consideration of action, the consideration of communication. But here in reverse, it's like there's just the energy surrounding you of that type of action being made without consideration. Certainly not being made in a King of Cups way. I'm interested to get under that King of Cups and work out what's preventing you from sitting in that energy of kind of being more considered. I want to say calm. Okay, exiting energy. Why is that turned? 10 of Cups, noted. Exiting energy, please. Exiting energy for Aries. Thank you. Strength. Yes. So I feel like all that's stopping you taking this action or communicating in some way is a kind of willpower. Kind of strength and a kind of willpower, but that's exiting, like I say. It's back to what I've already said. Like I say, I just feel like you're going to take this action at any moment. That's what the energy is. And I don't know why these cards are coming through like this. I don't know if they're coming through to try and get you to get more in this King of Cups energy in order to determine if you should be taking action, or at least in order to determine how you should be taking action. Because I feel like action's kind of inevitable somehow. Some movement towards something. I don't know what, we'll maybe find out in your future position. Okay, relevant past, please. Relevant past for Aries, that's too many cards. Relevant past for Aries, please. Relevant past for Aries. Thank you. The Tower. Something shocking. Surprise. Surprise, Aries. Surprise that's completely out of your control. Surprise that wasn't of your doing. Something coming in very fast. And then kind of leaving as fast as it came in. We'll find out more in a bit. It's in your past position, obviously, and it does feel like it's kind of over. Well, after the Tower comes the Star, so yeah, let me just move all this over here for you so you can kind of see. No one needs to see my hair anyway, because frankly it needs washing. I've had quite a lot of life stuff to deal with recently, so you're getting me with not the best hair. What can I say? I'm here for the cards, not for my hair. Right, near future please for Aries. Near future for Aries. Oh, thank you. Oh, that popped out. 10 of Wands. Wow. Okay, so I don't actually quite see you, despite the seriously strong impulsive urge to move towards something, speak towards something. I don't see you doing it, and I see you being very burdened by not doing it. Okay, strengths, please. Strengths. Ooh, these cards are flying out today. You've got an 8 of Swords in your strengths. That's going to be fun to interpret then, isn't it? How can the 8 of Swords possibly be a strength, universe? Come on, what are you doing to me here? Well, this 8 of Swords energy is obviously upon you for a reason. I mean, 8 of Swords energy is very difficult. It's one of the most difficult energies to deal with, to be honest, after a 10 of Wands energy. That's just my personal opinion on how I feel the energies in my life. Okay, everyone's not going to be the same, but oh, 10 of Wands is tough. 8 of Swords is tough. This stuff you're not seeing, but I think your strength is that you are at least seeing that you're not seeing it. Let's leave it at that for now. Environmental energies / supporting energies, please. The King of Pentacles, that's nice. That's a nice card to have in that position. That is bringing a certain grounding into play, which is what you need if you're the Knight of Wands at the moment and you've just got this impulsive urge. Yeah. And the King of Pentacles is someone who's very experienced. So I feel like you're experienced in dealing with this situation where you kind of want to take impulsive action towards something. I mean, hello, you're an Aries. But it feels like you know all about dealing with this. You have experience of dealing with this. You probably have experience of being in this Eight of Swords energy and finding the diamond in it. I want to say finding the diamond in it. And I don't know why I've never said that before. The Eight of Swords. Weird. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears, please, for Aries. Thank you. Is a reverse Six of Cups. Let me show you it upright so you can get a feel for the card. This is more coming through as a kind of fear. It's looking at the past with rose-tinted glasses. You're afraid that that's what you're doing. Is that what's driving the impulsive desires, Aries? I think it might be. And yes, I will say the Knight of Wands is quite a sexual card when it wants to be, and it often does want to be. So when we're talking about, you know, wanting to take impulsive action, we could be talking about that, especially now I'm sitting in this Six of Cups energy. Definitely could be what's going on for some of you. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you, Aries. I hear you. You really might want to... I'm not saying, though, necessarily that this Knight of Wands energy is directed to someone from your past. Someone that you might look back on in a Six of Cups rose-tinted glasses kind of a way. No. No. I feel you might be looking back on times when you have rushed in before and you have a certain nostalgia around that, and there's a desire to do that again, but it might be with a different person. Right, potential outcome, please. I did just see the star when I was shuffling. I would love that to be your potential outcome after this Tower energy in your recent past. I would absolutely love that. In fact, I might just end it, if you get the star, I might just end the reading there and not bother digging and say, happy, happy, happy. Ace of Swords wants to show its face. Come on, let's get a proper card for outcomes then. Potential outcomes. You have free will, so do other people. We don't do hard and fast predictions here. Not in collective reads. No. Okay, potential outcome for Aries, please. Potential outcome for Aries. A reversed Hierophant. Shaking off your cultural, I want to say values. That's not... Shaking off cultural values that don't serve you anymore. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Giving yourself permission. What are you going to give yourself permission to do? We will see. Should you be giving yourself permission though? It's in reverse. Well, I'm not here to give you definitive answers. I'm here to prompt your own thought processes. So that's kind of the questions that this card is asking. To what extent should you give yourself permission? Not to sit in this Knight of Wands energy, no, but to act in accordance with this Knight of Wands energy. I don't know. I'm not here to tell you what to do, my loves. Let's clarify. Let's dig. Let's get onto this Knight of Wands for you. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands for Aries, please. Permanent cat is permanent. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands, please. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands. Thank you. Oh, there's that tower again. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me just get one more clarifying card. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands for Aries, please. Thank you. Ten of Swords. The way this is coming through is that some of you might want to impulsively end something, actually. I don't think that's for most of you, though, and I don't think that's the main message. But we've got two cards of endings now. I'm going to have to take my time with your energy here, Aries, aren't I? Aren't I? The Father of Swords is very considered. This is strange. This is strange. Gosh, you know what? Okay, I've got it. There are times in your life when you have been very considered about your words, your actions, your communication. Father of Swords style. And it's almost like you feel it never got you anywhere. It's almost got a little bit of a feeling of walking on eggshells. And if I just explain it like this, I will be understood. If I just say it using these particular phrases, in this way, in this tone, in this manner, at this time, if I just say everything perfect, I will be understood. But now you're finding yourself in an energy of, oh, it's nice actually, Aries, it's nice. It's an energy of kind of, there's a certain freedom about this energy. There's actually a certain safety here, whereby you feel much freer than you ever have before to be in this energy of kind of being slightly impulsive, but you're being impulsive in a way that's very true to yourself with this Tower card in reverse. When the Tower card comes out in reverse, it's all about who am I at my core. And it's like previously you've had to think very hard to get across in a kind of perfect considered manner who you are at your core. But what I'm seeing now is an Aries who feels so comfortable with a person or in a situation, be that a job, a relationship, whatever, whereby you can almost bring that impulsivity to the surface without worrying that it's going to end everything, which I think might be completely contradictory to what I said when the first card come out. The way it flows is the way it flows. I'm sorry. This is the nature of collaborative readings. This is the nature of collaborative tarot. For me, sometimes the messages are a little bit itty bitty and I just have to say it until it comes out smooth and makes sense. And I know it makes sense to some of you out there because you tell me. So that's good, isn't it? Excellent. Yes. Permanent cat is not permanent anymore. She has gone. She was never there. I mean, no, she was. I don't know why I said that. So I was going to start going on about Schrodinger's cat. I've got no idea why. You see, because I'm in my Knight of Wands energy, because it's my channel. I'll say what the hell I like. This is you in your channel, in your groove, finding your person, finding your job, finding your situation. You know, I don't have to suppress this Knight of Wands part of me anymore. And I will say, when I'm talking about not suppressing that, I am talking also about a certain sexual energy that we spoke about before. Excellent. Well done, Aries. That's nice that you found yourself in that situation. How beautiful. How fucking beautiful is that? Jesus. Okay, this King of Cups though, you know, there is a challenge there still, right? So what's in the challenge position? Tell me more about this King of Cups, please, for Aries. Tell me more about this King of Cups for Aries. Tell me more about this King of Cups for Aries, please. Challenge. A reversed Emperor. Just getting a sense of grumpiness from him in his reverse form. Of course, that is you. That's your card, Aries. So what, you're second guessing yourself a little bit. You're second guessing yourself a little bit, and it is somewhat getting in the way of that flow of emotionality, which the Knight of Wands can absolutely assist with. That flow of emotionality. But there is a sense of you potentially getting in your own way here, and I do see it in your strengths. But your strength is that you recognise it. Okay, tell me more about this King of Cups, please. The Eight of Cups. Tell me more about this King of Cups, please. An Ace of Cups. Yeah. That Ace of Cups is beautiful. I'm really drawn towards the moon in the Eight of Cups today. I don't know. Ah, well, of course it's a full moon. Tomorrow and today. No, where are we? It's Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, I think it's the full moon. So when this reading comes out, today. Excuse me, you know what I mean, right? Moon, water, water. A lot of watery energy here. Underneath your King of Cups, which is in your challenge. An overspill of emotion, an overspill of emotion. I feel like your challenge here is trusting yourself, to know which parts of you to apply this Knight of Wands energy to. Because if you applied this Knight of Wands energy to every single part of you, you would be exhausted and you would never stop talking. I feel for a lot of you this connects to a new love situation with the Ace of Cups. I can't not say that. With the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups, I can't not say that. I mean, it is beautiful, Aries. It is beautiful. I feel like these cards are saying, like, keep some of you under a moon. Under this moon. Keep some of you under this moon. Because sometimes if you give everything very quickly, it's not that it's wrong to do that. It's not that certain parts of you shouldn't be shared. It's more about the other energy that you're sharing your energy with, whether that's a job or a situation or a romance, which is definitely a romance for some of you. That connection can only deal with so much coming up at once. Because when this sort of stuff comes up, it does need some processing time. And I think you can't give the connection too much to process all at once. I think that's, yeah. But I can tell that you feel burdened by anything that you don't let go of. I can see that. And I understand, and it is difficult. And I sort of feel quite a lot of excitement for you here. And I know that excitement can lead to, in a sense, I want to term it as sort of overspill of emotions, as we see here in this cup. In a sense, I do want to see that. So really your challenge is to sit in this King of Cups energy, because he has such a mature attitude towards sharing emotions and allows time and space for things to be processed. Okay, floating above, What's floating above Aries? Please tell me more about this Two of Wands. Please tell me more about this Two of Wands for Aries. Thank you. Strength. Upright. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Because strength reverse is on the exit. So here you are, strength upright. I like it. All right, we've got 2 more cards. Fine, I'll take them. Hierophant reversed again. Interesting. 2 sixes. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 6 of Swords. Strength. And the Hierophant in reverse. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. All underneath the Two of Wands reversed. Not much thinking before speaking. Not much thinking before speaking. There's a strong desire here to make a success of this. Which goes without saying when you've got an Ace of Cups in your life, right? However you want to apply that, whether it is romantically or otherwise. Yeah, a burning desire to make a success of this. A burning desire without much actual planning, I have to say, at this stage. It's at the Ace of Cups stage, so why would you be doing that much planning? I will say. That kind of makes sense. I kind of agree with you. But yes, there's a burning desire to make a success of this, and you want to be... so cheesy when to say that about the Strength card, but you want to be strong enough to sit in that King of Cups energy. Because you do want to keep things calm. 6 of Swords is the calm after the storm to a certain extent. Yes, and being in that King of Cups energy is perfect for that. And it's bringing me back to what I've already said, which is about pace. I can see for you it feels completely correct to be sharing everything that you're sharing with this person. I really feel the only thing the King of Cups and the reverse Two of Wands here is asking you to do is just to be mindful of the pace at which you are sharing. And you see, this is about processing. This card is about processing, and it's processing often relating to past trauma. So it could be that a lot of the emotionality that's coming about in this connection, it is triggering a lot of past trauma for both parties, and you have to give that time to process, my love. You have to. And I'm getting quite emotional now, and that's because that's for personal reasons. And this is kind of me talking and not the cards, I guess, but yeah. There's just... It's about giving stuff time to breathe, my loves. It's about giving stuff time to breathe. Really? Really? You're going to knock all my cards everywhere? Thank you. Yeah. Because you're not doing anything wrong. Well, I never sit here and say you're doing anything wrong anyway, for goodness sake. That's not how this works. But... And I can see it feels very right to you. Come on, darling, because you're making my cards go everywhere. I can see it feels very right to you. I have to be honest and say I'm not 100% sure why this reverse Hierophant is here. And I think because we've got reverse Hierophant in your outcome, we're gonna go back to that, I think, at that point, possibly. Although I will say the Hierophant... It feels like giving yourself permission to do things differently. So maybe what I've described to you here about that sharing, that flow of emotionality and not pacing it, perhaps that's the way you've always done things. Yeah. Oh, wouldn't be that that's beautiful for your outcome, isn't it? Doing things differently. What a beautiful outcome. Doing things differently to how you've always done them. Given this context, I think that's fucking beautiful. I can't wait till we get there. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that for now in your surrounding energy. Exiting then. Exiting. Yeah, so really this is like a lack of willpower. Or willpower's really not the right way to describe it, because I think willpower alone doesn't really get you very far, but it's sort of a informed willpower, okay? It's kind of a willpower that's driven by self-compassion. Not even self-compassion, that's such a cheesy read of that card. Self-understanding. Self-understanding. So a lack of restraint. Restraint's the word I'm looking for. What is exiting here for you is a lack of restraint. And it's because of self-understanding. Let's see what else we get. Tell me more about this reverse strength card, please. Death. Yeah. Embracing a new way of doing things. Ten of Swords reversed. It connects back to what I said. Yeah, it really does feel like embracing a new way of doing things. And sort of recognising the reasons for previous endings and how that is tied up to a sort of lack of restraint. If that makes sense. This is all stuff for you to think about, my loves. Please don't take it as rote or me telling you what to do. I hate the idea of that. Ace of Pentacles in reverse as an exiting energy. This almost feels like moving out of an energy of moving out of how do I put this? One moment. So in the past, because this is a beautiful energy to be in at the beginning of something new, because it is full of potential. I would say this card probably has the most potential of all the cards in the deck. But I feel that in the past, perhaps you've not sat in this energy long enough, which is an energy that perhaps allows you to sort of vet someone, something, ideas. Yes, a vetting process to really actually determine how genuine the potential is. I feel like previously you might have done that quite kind of missed that stage, missed out that vetting stage. And I feel like this is, in this position, what you're sort of not doing is rushing that stage. Just the way it's come out in reverse in an exit position. I hope you can make sense of my message. I could go through the finer details of my thought process there, but it kind of makes, it's a bit like double negatives almost. It makes sense to me. Because because I think in the past there's been some endings for you that have really stung, because you've put in an investment into a potential that wasn't there. So it's like the energy that's exiting is this idea of seeing potential where there is none. So, and I'm not saying that means this situation has no potential. I'm not saying that whatsoever. If you wanted me to call it, which I don't really do, no, I would say this situation absolutely has potential. With the Hierophant reverse in your outcome there, there's just something beautiful about that. And we've had that card twice. Yes. And that's in your... Oh my God. It is so perfect. It is so beautiful, Aries. And I could cry for you. It's that beautiful. I can't even tell you. When we get these type of repeats, and one is in your outcome and one is in your surrounding energies, which often the surrounding energies, because they're surrounding energies, because it's the floating above energies, can be someone else's energies. This is telling me that we have two energies here whereby people want to do things differently. Hopefully towards a common goal, let's see. With the King of Pentacles, yeah, I would say towards a common goal. It's beautiful. Cat, you're really distracting me, my sweet. So yes, anyway, to get back to it, what I was saying about this Ace of Pentacles, I'm not saying by any means there's no potential here. I'm saying here, what Spirit is very much nudging you towards. How much you're in this energy, I don't know. I mean, this is exiting, so I do think you are. For most of you, you're just being nudged towards correctly assessing the potential. And that is one way of doing things differently. And that is one manifestation of that reverse Hierophant energy, that it's not just you that's in it, Aries. It's someone else, whether that's your person or a job or a situation. It's fucking beautiful. I fucking love this reading. Right, the Tower. Recent past. Let's get underneath the Tower for you. Recent past for Aries, please. Recent past for Aries. Recent past for Aries. High Priestess in reverse. I know it's the recent past, but it doesn't feel all that recent. It really doesn't. Justice in reverse. Star in reverse. Well, I did say I hope to see that star for you. So it's in reverse. It feels like an incoming energy after the Tower. Makes perfect sense. The star is what comes in after you've been through a Tower moment. So it's a Tower moment here in the recent past. Something sudden, something coming in out of your control. God, it could even be, let's say this is a person. For a lot of you it is. We've got a blooming Ace of Cups. Two aces, it's beautiful. Intense. When you first met this person, it felt very intense. But that's why you know to a certain extent that this Knight of Wands energies needs to be harnessed, balanced, controlled. Controlled feels like too strong a word. But definitely harnessed. There was some doubt. Your intuition. You were doubting your intuition, I think. Perhaps before you met this person, but when you met them, you were like, wow. Wow. But at the same time, you also know to tread carefully and not place a potential on this situation that isn't there. But the way you're both doing that, I just think it's so lovely. Because you don't want to place unfair expectations on them. Yeah. I think these unfair expectations that you're concerned about placing on them are expectations to do with healing and relationships. It's not a relationship for all of you, but I do find it so much easier to talk about the energies in terms of relationships. Relationships can provide mutual healing. There's an awareness of that here. But there's also an awareness of it having to be balanced and fair. I'm just going to say that. I think I might leave it there for that because I'm very conscious of the time. I mean, I do really want to try and keep these readings to less than 40 minutes, but whatever. Well, less than 50 anyway, and we're on 40 now. Near future. Oh my, oh my. This 10 of Wands. What are you going to do with this 10 of Wands, Aries? Are you going to put some of the burden down? Yeah. I feel like once I've gotten under the energies, I'm saying things that are quite different from what I initially said, but that's often how the way it goes, because the surface energies can be deceptive. But it's still about the concepts. It just allows us to explore and talk about the concepts that are coming through in the cards. So I hope that makes sense for you. I guess, you know, if you just want me to sit here and tell you that your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever's coming back, it's not really what we do here. You might have noticed already. Okay, 10 of Wands in the future for Aries, please. Blimey. Yeah. The 10 resets to the ace. God, Aries, this reading's... I'll get you some more. Future, 10 of Wands, please. 10 of Wands for Aries. The Fool. Ah! I'm so excited for you, Aries. Yes, this is you putting down the burden of not being seen and heard. This is you putting down the burden of having to be a Father of Swords, carefully considered, walking on eggshells. Well, let's say 10 of Swords combined with... Father of Swords combined with 10 of Swords. Anyway, it doesn't exactly matter how I've gotten there, because it's the correct reading. It's you putting down all that, having to put in so much careful consideration to get yourself heard. And it's just such a spark, but oh, it hits me so hard. It's just the energy between you two is amazing. Yeah. It's like some people just don't get you, do they, Aries? I hear you. And you have to put so much effort into communication for some people to understand you. And here you are putting down that burden of needing to put effort into careful communication. For now you are. For now you are. Nothing can stay like this forever is all I want to say to you. This beautiful energy that you are in, it's impossible for it to last forever. There will be moments where your communication butts up against one another, and it's about then whether you're both willing to put in the work. But that's what's in your strengths, though. That's what's in your strengths. The knowledge that this beautiful flow, the knowledge that there will be blocks to this beautiful flow, i.e. both of your fears, both of your thoughts, both of your demons coming to the surface and blinding you to the love. I'm going to say the love. I'm going to say it. The King of Cups, the Ace of Cups, this energy. But at the moment, you are in that stage of, we could call it infatuation. I don't know. But you're so willing to make that leap of faith for that person or situation. And I can see you in that energy in the near future. And I can even, now and in the near future. And it's beautiful. And it's kind of healing. It's kind of healing. Yeah. Let's go underneath this Nine of Swords then and see if there's anything else for me to say about that Nine of Swords. I think I probably said it. Can you tell me anything else about the Nine of... Why am I calling it the 9? It's the 8. My reading stands. Yes, previous losses. This is previous losses. This is the strength to acknowledge previous losses and acknowledge the Eight of Swords energy that got in the way of the previous losses. And it's not just the Eight of Swords energy that got in the way of the previous losses, i.e. the not seeing yourself, the not, your own demons rearing up, rising up, whatever. What also contributed to those losses was that when they came up, you didn't recognise them for what they were. You didn't recognise them for the you didn't recognise them as the blocks to communication, the blocks to this beautiful flow. You recognise them more, perhaps falsely recognise them as meaning the whole thing should be a write-off. But here in this energy with the Hierophant twice, this is you doing things differently. And when you find yourself in this energy, it's the recognition of why you're in that energy and what you can do to restore a certain flow, i.e. get out of your own way, you know, see your limiting beliefs for what they are, that sort of thing. Environmental energy, please. Supporting energy, environmental energy, please, for Aries. Thank you. From the Ace of Cups to the Two of Cups, Aries. Doesn't get any better than this. I am telling you. What? But it's grounded. It's a Two of Cups that's grounded. It's a Two of Cups. This is, like I said, this is experience. Your experience has taught you how to deal with this Two of Cups. This is just okay. So I'm just banging on like you all watch tarot loads and know the cards. Sorry, failing at my job there. I mean, the Two of Cups is pure, beautiful, reciprocal exchange of love. It's everything all this energy has been building up to. It's beautiful to see in your kind of supporting energy. Or moreover, it's what the King of Pentacles, who is your supporting energy, it's what your King of Pentacles is supporting. This is your experience, your knowledge, your past experience that you've learnt from, that's just seriously helping this beautiful flow of energy for you. It's so nice. It is so nice. You know, and combine that with your own self-knowledge about previous losses and how those losses have come about, how your own demons rising to the surface have stopped the flow, but it's more not being able to recognise your own demons and the other person not being able to recognise their own demons. And obviously this read is completely centred on you because that's the intention I set, and that's really my intention for the whole channel, but it's particularly my intention for these Celtic cross readings. But I will say we have got two energies here of people wanting to do things differently. We have got two energies here of people recognising their own demons, recognising their own limiting beliefs, recognising when they get in the way of themselves and wanting to do the work, having the strength to do the work. You've had the Strength card out twice. What did I say about when the cards come out twice like that? Both of you have the strength to look at your own Eight of Swords energy. It's beautiful. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears, please, for Aries. Hopes and fears for Aries. Ten of Wands. It didn't fall, but it did flip, and it does feel very relevant because, yeah, Ten of Wands. So, yeah, okay. So your fear is that you won't be able to reset this Ten of Wands to an Ace of Wands, and that you will be burdened by your own Eight of Swords energy. You will be burdened by a lack of feeling of freedom to express, like you have done in the past. Six of Cups, it's the past. You know, yes, there are fears around here of repeating past mistakes. But what I see in your near future is an Aries where that 10 is resetting to that Ace and that full energy is being embraced, but in a kind of tempered way. I wish I could translate these energies better, because the way it feels to me is just phenomenal, and I can only hope that I'm getting half of it across to you. Anything else about this reverse Six of Cups for the hopes and fears, please? Anything else about this reverse Six of Cups for the hopes and fears? Page of Wands. Okay. Yeah. So you're worried you're being foolish. There is a slight worry here that you're being foolish. Page of Wands is mini fool energy, and we had the Knight of Wands in the centre of your reading, which is an energy that you appear to be embracing at the moment in a sort of balanced way. But I see the page here as that Knight being a little bit out of balance and being a little bit too impulsive. Yeah. So that feels to me like a fear that is coming up for you, which I can only say really that I think it's good that you're thinking about that, because it means you're thinking about all the things we've said, and it means you are taking responsibility for bringing that Knight of Cups into the equation, that mature emotional expression and that awareness of your own Eight of Swords. I just love it. I love it for you, Aries. Okay, let's get onto this Hierophant then as your final outcome. We've spoke about it quite a bit already, but let's do that. Seven of Swords. Holding back. Tell me more about this Hierophant, please. There's too many cards. Tell me more about this Hierophant, please. Two of Pentacles. You're both in on this. You're both in on this, I'm telling you. Look. With that two in the middle, it's like, I feel like this Two of Pentacles is like where your two energies meet. And it's kind of balanced and nice. Oh, the Knight of Wands has showed its face on the bottom of the deck again. I'm not quite sure why this Seven of Swords has come out reversed. I'll get to it. Oh, it's what you put under a moon. More and more I'm just getting this idea that it's good to put some stuff under a moon some of the time. This Eight of Cups that came up with regard to the King of Cups, the flow of emotions, the mature expression of emotions. I was drawn to the moon on there in the same way I'm drawn to the moon here, which it did come out in reverse, by the way. More on that in a bit. Yes, the thing is, you can't bring everything out from under your moon. All of it, yeah. Yes, that's it. God damn it. This connection is allowing you to bring things out from under a moon. So when I say that, what I'm talking about is bringing up aspects of yourself to work on that are sort of part of what a lot of people call your shadow self. Bits of you you've buried, bits of yourself that are difficult to look at. I will say they're not always bad. Sometimes we bury bits of ourselves that are fucking good, okay? But when we bring those bits up to the surface, if we bring it up all at once, it can be too intense. And I think you've done that in the past. You've tried to do that in the past, and it's been very triggering for you, or it's been very triggering for the people around you. This Hierophant in reverse is doing things differently. This Hierophant in reverse has given himself permission to do things differently. And the way in which you are doing things differently is you are bringing things up from your shadow, bringing things out from under your moon. And I want to use the word kind of titration to describe the way you're doing that. You're doing it in a little bit more of a drip, so that what comes up is easier to manage. And it's a balance. It is a balancing act. It really is a balancing act. Hence Two of Pentacles. But I just see two energies that are very keen on doing that. I don't know if there's anything else to say about this Hierophant in reverse. Let me just see, because normally I get 3 clarifying cards, but I don't always. But I feel the urge to just get 3 clarifying cards. Yeah. Let's just see if there's anything else on this reverse Hierophant, please. Oh, I've got 2. Oh, a 4 of Wands and a King of Swords. 4 of Wands is just the most beautiful union. the most beautiful union. I can't even tell you. It kind of backs up everything I've said, especially if you're interpreting this as a romantic connection. I mean, and it's a kind of celebration, and you absolutely should be celebrating your efforts to kind of release your shadow bit by bit, or examine your shadow bit by bit, and doing it in a very considered way. This King of Swords energy is quite different from that King of Swords energy. Father of Swords, it's called in that deck. Different context. In this deck, I find the King of Swords is about your higher self. However you want to interpret that. You could interpret that as sort of being about your soul. Some part of you that is kind of, you see how he's on the top of a mountain, some part of you that's kind of stood on top of a mountain, kind of looking down at you, with a broader perspective, with a knowledge of the path ahead that you don't exactly have when you're climbing up that mountain yourself. So I feel you really like embracing that energy of being in touch with your higher self, with some sort of future knowledge of your potential and the potential of the connection. You know, what were we saying about potential? But this is like realistically examining and vetting the potential. And the potential is there, but it's almost like you damage that potential if you don't properly examine it. Does that make sense? That's the way it's all coming through to me anyway, and it's absolutely fucking beautiful. And this is one of the most beautiful readings I have done ever. Certainly one of the most beautiful readings I've done in a long time. I really, really hope you've got something out of it. I am going to leave it there for you. This is also the longest reading I think I've ever done for this channel. Apart from some of my more in-depth career-ish readings, actually. They intentionally go that long, but I've really enjoyed doing it for you. I really, really hope you feel you've got something out of it, and I really hope like whoever this reading is for finds it, because it's absolutely beautiful what I'm seeing. Keep it up. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next time. If you like it, do the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and all that bollocks. All right, Aries. Best wishes. I'll see you next time.